him up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off the play fake. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on third and long. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. He's going to let it go. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
On fourth down, going to the air. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Hey, at this point of the game, fourth and short, no problem going for it. Fourth and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. The noise level is relentless here on second down. Back to pass. Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Makes a grab, pass to Marker. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line.
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on first and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forcing second down and goal.
They're trying to slam it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Trying to have success on third down.
Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing.
Touchdown, golden flashes. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do. start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does, takes advantage of great field position.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That's how you take advantage of great starting field position, moving it 27 yards. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Fair catch, called for and made. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it on the counter. Turning it on. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Fights off the defender. Got enough for the first. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Hard running there. They get him stopped after he picked up a 5 to the 28. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. After the run, now to throw. Makes the grab. It's Williams. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. You've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on third and short. They'll leave it with him. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making the run.
He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. Third and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first down.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. On the run, still looking. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Finds the tight end. Across the 20 and out of bounds at the 21-yard line, and just like that, they're out of trouble.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freeze the second level of that defense just for a second. It allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. To the air. It's Cole. Oh, they're after him. This time it's complete. They almost got a first down there. Stop the yard short. It'll be third down.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
The Golden Flashes want to pick up the tempo. Off the play fake on first down to throw. A strike downfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
The offense will quickly use a timeout.
You know, that play right there shows me that the quarterback has a plan. He had no hesitation. The defense was bearing down on him. He got hit on that play, but he knew where his running back was. He got it out to him quick, and as a result, they avoided the negative play and sack.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Grab near the marker. It's Garcia. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Kent State.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. He tries to take the top off. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. Bringing it back. Continues to fight for yards. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Buying some time as he moves left. Makes the catch. It's Martin. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a nice job by the quarterback there. Of course, he's right-handed, but there he is scrambling and rolling to his left. It's not easy to be accurate when you're doing it, but he's able to put that right on target for the completion.
And the Golden Flashes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The lone back's got it. He's loose. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The Golden Flashes moving quickly to the line.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
So now it's 2nd and long. Here comes the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going.
And those are so frustrating when you're defense and you swarm to the football, and you stick the quarterback, and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Running into the open space. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw.
There he goes. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum.
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, golden flashes.
And this quarterback...
Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Kent State Golden Flashes, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Golden Flashes will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. Brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Used the play fake, now to throw. Shoots it to the left. Got his man downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Apparently, line number 1 on the game plan, attack now, immediately.
And this This quarterback, he smelled it. He knew he had an opportunity. This is a guy who loves taking shots any chance he has. You saw it on that first play of the game.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The Tigers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. The quick out. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
It's hard for a deep...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look, just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Power football with the run. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Moves around to clear up the vision. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Pulls it in down the sideline. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Kent State.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll run it. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Oh, he wants it all. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing a turnover.
And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Hauls it in. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. To the air on 1st down. Get it out on the screen. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The Golden Flashes have enough for the 1st down. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Buys a little extra time. And to get rid of it quickly. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. He's going to run it. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. That earlier sack really set them back, but they'll still go for it here. On 4th down, trying to find his man. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Oh, he's got some space. Oh, out of space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Extending the play. Fires to the wideout. Got the big pause on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. 3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Rushes on him.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. The play action fake. And the quick shuffle pass.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches, who are my big bodies out wide, and I can throw them the football, and they can make a play over top of somebody.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they take it in for 6 more points.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Going deep. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game if they were going to have success, they had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Under fire. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And you know they're going to go for it again on 4th down. At least you think they are, because early in this game we've already seen them try to go for it on a couple 4th downs. They didn't get any of those. You got to find a way to stay on the field here. They've got to get their best playmaker on offense, the football.
Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They convert the 4th down, but back to the line with no time to waste. Here's the heat. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback was in a world of trouble there. He was under pressure. He knew he was going to get hit, so he's just trying to get rid of it, but he forced it into double coverage. He's lucky that was only an incompletion.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Gets it to him on the screen. It's a running room. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got the 1st down and more. They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Throws to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target.
It's a seam wide open. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. And the Golden Flashes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Now improvising. He'll pull it down. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green.
Intercepted deep Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Tiger. The defense does the work itself with a pick six. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Able. Find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. From the gun, the ground game. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. The Golden Flashes are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Back to throw, it's Cole. Release to the back. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line.
3rd and Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying to force it.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand.
Well, the free safety's just sitting back. Deep in cover 3. He's got zone. He's got middle field responsibility. Just watching the quarterback's eyes. He reads the throw, breaks on it. That's just too easy for him.
First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Just a short pass to the tight end. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. He lets one fly deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages.
Going for the big play. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up.
He wants to take the top off. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Touchdown, Golden Flashes. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Bringing the heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And the Tigers in the hurry-up.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops.
Gonna let it fly. Makes a grab for a big play. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger. That is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud recently. Like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Anderson. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the 4th quarter. So 1st down will open up the final period. They want that clock to run. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Caught behind the line. It's Durham. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You've got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
Makes the grab. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, LSU!
And there's so many targets to focus on, so many elite playmakers, and they just lost him. They lost the running back out of the backfield. He catches the football, does the rest, takes it into the end zone. What a nice weapon to have on your team.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll call for the fair catch here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Here's the pressure. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious. And the Golden Flashes need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. That's caught. It's Martin. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Using his legs to buy some time. He's going up top here late in the game. Picked off. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Myers on the move. Complete to the right. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Man, this just starts to hurt your pride, right? You're down by several scores. It's in the fourth quarter, and they keep making big plays. This is something where you just got to buck up. You got to do something about it. You got to find something down.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback on the move, still looking. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking for a man. It's Cole. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The golden flashes want to crank the tempo. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out.